Hello everyone and welcome to a Dashcam Owners Australia review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Blackvue DR550 2CH, that stands for the 2 channel. Alright, I just wanted to start off this review by mentioning a few things, and one of them is that this will not be the same as future reviews. This camera is actually the one I own and run full time in my car, so I cannot do an unboxing and demonstration of what's included in the box. However, I can tell you what it does come with, and that is the front camera, rear camera, a manual, power cord, cable clips, a 16GB micro SD card, and spare double-sided tape. It also includes a micro SD card reader. So pretty much comes with everything you're going to need to set it up. Alright, now we'll start getting into some of the specifications of the camera. Alright, here we have the front view 1080p Full HD camera, and here on the side you will see the SD card slot, the connection for the rear camera, and the Wi-Fi on and off button, plus the power slot. Now if we look on the other side, we have this nice black crystal with a motion sensor display for turning the audio on and off. And on the back we have the microphone plus a few status LEDs. And on the top we have ventilation, and same on the bottom, ventilation. Now back over this side you'll notice it's a mini SD with the large button to the side for turning the Wi-Fi on and off. And this front camera is just slightly larger than a $1 coin. Okay, now I'll go through some of the features that this camera has. The front camera uses a Sony Exmor CMOS sensor, supports 2.4 megapixels. It's a full high definition 1920 by 1080p camera, recording at 30 frames per second, so very good for quality. We have viewing angle of 139 degrees diagonal, 116 horizontal, and 61 degrees vertical. Now this also comes with some other features such as GPS for giving your location on a Google Maps via the Blackvue software, and unlike many cameras, this one actually features Wi-Fi, so you can play back footage or even adjust angles via your smartphone or tablet, and that works via both Android and Apple software. Also comes with a bunch of recording options: normal, manual, event recording, and parking mode. Parking mode does obviously require full-time power. It also has a G sensor, 3 axes, so motion sensitive, and will record an event file under heavy braking or corners or serious jolts, stuff like that. Here's a quick look of what the camera looks like from outside the vehicle. As you can see, it's very unobtrusive, sits quite nicely just to the left of the mirror. Can't actually see it from the driver's seat, which is very nice. Keeps it legal. And that's the view from the passenger side. Bit of messy wiring there. And as I scroll over, you'll see that basically from the middle or my side over, you cannot see the camera at all while driving. Okay, now we'll take a look at the rear camera, which is a 720p camera, so it's not full high definition, but it still gets the job done. The rear camera is connected to the front camera via about 4.5 to 5 meters worth of coaxial cable, which is more than enough to do any large four-wheel drive. As you can see, the rear camera is very small, not really much to it, no buttons, everything's controlled through the front camera. This camera is about the size of a $1 coin, almost exactly. Hardly noticeable. It does have a little white LED on the back, so when I look in the rear view mirror I can see that it is turned on and working. Okay, and here we have some footage from the rear camera. As you'll see, it gets the full data overlay, same as the front camera, so we get the date, speed, and what's connected, and of course time. The rear is not too bad. This is looking through tinted glass. It's about 25% tint, so it's reasonably dark. It is enough for me to read the number plate of a car behind me, but don't expect to pick up too much detail with it in terms of cars going past. Rear camera is a nice feature to have, gives you a bit of protection in case of a rearward accident. Here's a nice example of the night vision capabilities of this camera. Everything's still quite readable, exposes quite well, especially for the front camera. The rear camera is not so great, but you can still make out plenty of detail at night. For the rear vision camera that I'm about to show, I'm going to cut to the audio of the camera rather than my voice so you can hear what the actual in-car audio comes out like. All in all, I think this is a very reasonable camera for the price you pay. It's packed with features. Personally, I don't really have any use for the Wi-Fi. Some people really seem to like that as a feature. I've found that I don't particularly use it. I usually just take out the memory card and transfer to my PC that way. A few gripes that I do have with the camera are the rear camera does occasionally have color issues, which are a result of the cable coming slightly loose. So basically, if Blackvue could figure out a way to actually lock that cable in place a bit better, would resolve a lot of those issues, I believe. And another gripe that a lot of people seem to share with me is the bitrate of the videos. It's been set quite low to allow for transfer over the Wi-Fi, and as a result it does sacrifice the video quality quite a bit. Blackvue have made some rumours that they are going to address this in a future patch, but as such it has not happened yet. I know there is custom firmware out there which can bump up the bitrate, and it does produce amazing quality from what I've seen. But apart from that, I think for the price it's a very good all-around kit. If you're after a front and rear camera, there's not really much you can go past that matches this in terms of quality. If you're going to buy one, generally you're going to look around $400 to $500 depending where you buy it from. I think it's definitely a good purchase if you're after front and rear protection from a dash cam. Alright, thank you very much. This has been a Dash Cam Owners Australia review.